So we're going through answers here. So in that first question, the main idea here is the fact that Sam is 4 years older than John, which means Sam always has to have 4 more years on John. So when you start to look through, do you have a 4 and a 0? All right. Do you have a 7 and a 3? Again, Sam's always 4 years older. It's always 4 more. So you should see have an 11 and a 7, a 17 and a 13. And now the big ones that we're after is your expressions. So the idea is Sam's age. So if you've got Sam's age, what are you doing to get to John's age? Sam's always older, so you need to subtract it by 4 in order to get to John's age. And then so the opposite is going to hold true, that if we've got John's age and we're going the other direction, we are adding a 4 each time. So we're taking John's age and we are adding 4. So J plus 4. On the other side there, the hours and the money, since it's $10.50 an hour for babysitting, the big thing that's going on here is it's a multiplication problem. So you should be multiplying your hours by $10.50. So you should get $52.50. To 8, again, multiply by that 10.50. So you're going to get $84. And now we're going the other direction. So if you've got $94.50, how long did you work? Well, since we're going the opposite direction, we'll be dividing by 10.50. So you should have 9 hours as you're looking at it. When you go ahead and look at the last of the table, the $147, again, dividing, so you should get your 14. And here we go, your expressions, what we're after. So to get from the hours to the money, we were multiplying. Remember, when we write our multiplication, we put our numbers first and our letter second. Remember, we put that letter right up against our number. And again, we were dividing. Remember, we use our fraction bar. So M divided by, and then the $10.50. These were all of our 1 steps. Now we're starting to get into our 2-step ones that we're looking at. So in these portions down here, we've got 2 things that are going on. So like we've talked about in class, the more you can write down what's going on, the easier the expression's going to be to come up with. So down the side here, we've got 1 shirt, 2 shirts, 5 shirts, 7 shirts, and then eventually our expression that we're dealing with. So remember, you're getting $200 a week plus $15 for every shirt. So if you sell 1 shirt, you get $15 for the 1 shirt. But remember, you're also getting paid $200, so you should have $215 that's there. Remember, the big thing here is you just can't go repeat addition because you've got a situation that's here. So if you sold 2 shirts, well, it's 15 for one of them. So we're going to multiply 2 times the 15 and then add on the 200. So we're going to have ourselves a grand total of $230. $30 coming from the shirts plus the 200 we get paid. And that's the process we want to see is we're breaking up 2 things. We're finding out how much for the shirts, and then we're getting our total amount. So if we sold 5 of them at $15 a piece, that would be our $75. Add on the 200 we also get paid, we should have $275. And then one more with the 7. Again, you get paid $15 for each shirt, so that's $105. Remember, you're also getting paid $200, so you should have $305. So if we see the process every single time, we're always taking our t-shirts, and you can see they're all right there, and you were always multiplying it by 15. So taking the t-shirts and always multiplying it by 15, and then we were always adding 200 on each time. So 15t plus 200. Again, 2 things that we're dealing with. All right, in the next one over here, we've got our DVDs, 2, 7, 8, 10, and then our expression. They're telling you each DVD costs $12, plus there's $3.50 to ship. Now, if you interpret it as $3.50 to ship, it should say one time on there. If it doesn't, I understand if you got a different answer that's there. It should say one time. So if it doesn't, okay, you're going to have a different answer. Just listen and follow through with everything we've got going on. So since it's $12 and you've got two of them, again, we're multiplying, but then we are adding on the shipping that goes along with it each time. So that's $24 plus the $3.50. So that's our $27.50. And looks like I'm going to run out of room there. All right. 7 of them. Okay. It's 7 times the 12 of them. So that gives me the $84. I still need to add on my $3.50. So it should give you $87.50. 8 of them. Okay. Well, 8 times 12, that's your 96 plus your $3.50 to ship. So that's why it's $99.50. And again, if you don't have the one-time fee, I understand if you've got different answers. Just follow along and make sure that you realize what they're asking you for. And again, 10 of them at 12 each, that's $120. We also need to add on our $3.50. So that's going to give us a grand total of $123.50. And then the last one here, again, we're multiplying 12 times the number of DVDs every time. And then we were always adding the $3.50 onto it. So we're going to go to those questions that we had at the bottom of the table. So going back to question 3, all right, with the $200 plus $15 for each shirt. If you've got paid $500, how many shirts did you sell? So one of the things that we've been talking about is now we're going the opposite direction. So when it's opposite direction, we also have to go in the opposite order because it's 2 steps that we're looking at. So when we go back to that question, we were always multiplying it by 15 and then adding the 200. So the idea is we've got to do the opposite in the opposite order. So we should be subtracting 200 first and then dividing by 15. So if we take that 500 and we subtract 200, we get to 300. If you then divide it by that 15, you're going to get yourself 20. So that means 20 shirts. Now, again, guess and check, it can get the job done. It's just not as efficient. We like this technique because it's more solid. Same thing over here with that bottom of the DVD question. We were always multiplying it by 12, and then we were always adding on 350. So again, we're going to do the opposite. So instead of adding, we're subtracting. Instead of multiplying, we are dividing. That's there. Now, the thing with this particular one is that if it doesn't come out clean, you have to interpret your answers. And it's the same thing with the other problem as well. So the idea here is we've got $240 to spend. So you're going to take your $240, subtract it by your $3.50, and then divide it by 12. Don't type it all in your calculator at once because your calculator will do the order of operations. So make sure you subtract, hit that equal sign, then divide it by the 12. All right, we're looking at 19 DVDs that are here. So again, if we get a partial amount, we do need to interpret our answer. Let's look at the back side. That's there. All right. Refills. All right. They're $1.50 each, and we got to buy the $15 for to get the souvenir cup. So much like we saw on the previous one, because it's that $1.50. All right. It's each of them. That's why it's a multiplication problem. So 2 times $1.50. And then we got to add that $15 on for the cup. So there's your $18. 3 for the $1.50. There's your $4.50 plus your $15. So there's your $19.50. 7 of them, well then it's 7 times $1.50. And then you're going to add on your $15 for the cup. So that should get you $25.50. And then the last one that's there, hey, it's 16 of them at $1.50. So we're then multiplying and then adding on that $15, and there's your $39. So again, we're after the expression, which is our R they've given us, And what do we do each time? Well, we multiply the refills by $1.50, and we always added on the $15 that we're looking at. For part B, we're going to use that exact same idea of what we were dealing with, that now we're going the opposite direction. So instead of subtracting first, because we were multiplying by $1.50, and then we were always adding on the 15. This time we're going to subtract that 15, and then we're going to divide by that $1.50. Now it's going to give us a decimal. Our calculator is going to say 5.3 repeating, which means we've got enough to get 5 of them there. We don't have enough to get to 6. It's just the 5 we're looking at. The bottom problem here, we're going to kind of talk through it more because it's the exact same scenario. You're always multiplying by the 2 and then adding on your 10. Again, same idea that's here. So you should have $18, $22, $30, and then $42. Because again, every single time you're multiplying this case by the $2 and then adding on the 10. So when it comes to your expression, hey, 2 times R and then plus your 10. Lastly, question there is we'll just flip it around. Again, we have our $23. So we'll do the opposite. We'll subtract that 10 first to get us 13. Then we'll go ahead and divide it by the 2. Again, 6.5, it's a decimal. Main thing there is you don't have enough to get to 7. So we do have to interpret that, hey, we can only get 6. We've got something left over, but we don't have enough to get to the 7. That's it.